Yes, that is Representative Lauren Boebert walking to George Washington University to stage some sort of speech or stunt in front of a anti-genocide, pro-Palestine rally when she is summarily met with chants of Beetlejuice from the student body, and that just, it's so brilliant, it's so good. And there she is, and she was joined by other representatives, James Comer, Byron Donalds, and Paulina Luna. Again, we know that these pro-Palestine anti-genocide marches and rallies and campus protests have been sites where of not just incredible police violence, but also of Republicans treating this as their new border wall, right? This is the place they're gonna make their grand speeches. This is the place they're gonna decry, freedom of speech. No, we wanted freedom of speech then. We're gonna anchor babies. No, that's the border stuff. Stand up against anti-Semitism, I think. They think. They're not really sure what they're there for, but they know they hate the Palestine protesters. Here was Lauren Boebert trying to make her stand, and it didn't go so well because those chants, they continued. Take a look.
It's time that Mayor Bowser gets aggressive in keeping safety here on this campus and the surrounding perimeter. This is something that must be addressed. And at this time, there has been We bless Israel. We bless Israel. Those who bless Israel shall be blessed. We stand with Israel, our greatest ally in the Middle East.
We bless Israel, we stand with Israel. Again, I'm gonna just pass over the fact that there's like very weird Christian nationalist overtones to that, which again, as we know, a lot of Christians and Republicans are for supporting Israel no matter what they do, because part of the prophecy is that all the Jews need to return there so that they can die. And then Jesus will come back. Isn't that cool? Isn't that not anti-Semitic? What? Anyway, but she was very upset that there were chants of free Palestine, so she decided to do something about it.
Well, this is not only disgusting. Not only is this disgusting, but let me be clear. Not only is this disgusting, but let me be very clear. Almost every single person in this so-called liberated zone would be eviscerated by the very terrorists you are standing here supporting.
Oh, there's the line again. Don't stand against the murder of innocent men, women, and children, because you would be the innocent men, women, and children being killed. And so we gotta do this genocide to prevent the I'm sure Lauren Boebert very much cares about these students. But this is not all. Of course, the entire clampdown, the entire repression, and a lot of the political speech by Republicans and some Democrats against anti-genocide protesters is a way for them to actually get at what they've been trying to do for many, many years now, which is actually destabilize and defund higher learning. They already are incredibly dubious of all the critical race theory and learning about actual American history that goes on in higher institutions of learning. And so Lauren Boebert echoed a threat that if the mayor of DC didn't get George Washington University under control, that they will be defunded. Here's that tweet. Mayor Bowser, get this university under control or you'll be defunded. The university has asked for help, you're refusing. This is absolutely ridiculous. And she said later in that speech, if the faculty here, many of whom are involved right now, I had people proudly saying they're faculty and not wanting to remove a Palestinian sign from the George Washington statue. If they don't want to do something to address this, well then kiss your federal funding goodbye. And she's referencing a statue that had a Palestinian flag covering it. It was a statue of George Washington. And she tried to do something about it when she passed by. Take a look at what happened.
Excuse me, that's not fair. Excuse me. This is private property. This is America, and that needs to come down.
This is America, that flag needs to come down. They're so triggered by flags, don't really care about the meaning behind the flag. If it's a trans flag, right? If it's a gay pride flag, if it's a Palestine flag, obviously freaking out as well. But Yaz, your thoughts, this This didn't go well. This did not go well for Lauren. I think it's gone better for Mike Johnson. Obviously, we saw got trolled at Columbia University when he tried to do the same thing. But I love the fact that like she couldn't even get the flag down.
Yeah, that was particularly satisfying to watch. The thing with Lauren Boebert, I'm not trying to education shame anyone, but it's not saying anything to say that Lauren Boebert has never struck me as being the most intelligent person in the world, especially not congressperson, right? She seems like someone who just says the things that she thinks her constituents want her to say. And I'm sure that she's being fed all of her talking points and even some of her own personal opinions by some campaign strategist or whoever. So we know that she never graduated from high school. She's never been to college. She's certainly never been to any kind of prestigious university as a student. She cannot keep up with those students on that campus. There is no topic that she knows more about than they do. They are not impressed by her. They're not scared of her. She's all scare tactics. They don't respect her. They don't care about anything she has to say about anything. And I like seeing people like her being faced with that kind of disrespect to her face. Yes. And you're also absolutely right about the Christo-fascist overtones here. Boebert is one of those congresspeople who is unapologetically a supporter of Israel. But her other Republican colleagues have been even more vocal about their reasons behind their support of Israel. And they've said this, I'm not just, talking. They've actually said that they're doing it because they think Jesus will come back as a result of their support of Israel. And then Jesus will find them and personally thank them for helping him come back. It is unbelievable.
He's gonna find me and personally shake my hand. Thank you so much for ordering the police on those protesters who didn't want more babies to die.
Tens of thousands of deaths. That's why they're okay with it.
Absolutely. Well, just to prove how little the students cared about Boebert, and to your point, just don't respect her to her face. There was more to that trolling, and I have to play this clip because John Iadarola is not here, and he would have wanted me to play this clip because it involves Star Wars. Take a look. Okay, so if you're not familiar, that is the tune to Star Wars when Darth Vader enters. Da 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 da. Ba, ba, ba. It's a great song. I mean, it's a classic song, and if only Boebert were anything as scary as Darth Vader, but like just so brilliant. The fact that like more than a few people were singing that at her, and then descended into booze, and then descended into Beetlejuice. Just top tier live trolling people. But I do want to turn to another aspect of this because we have to get to it. As we know, the police have been called in by university presidents from Columbia to UCLA. Protesters at UCLA were violently brutalized and hit with tear gas as well as rubber bullets from the cops, but also from actual infiltrators or mobs in the surrounding community at UCLA. And as we know, Mayor Eric Adams is accusing the Columbia protesters of all being infiltrators, even though they were in fact students who were occupying a building there in protest of the ongoing genocide in Gaza.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.